be single verse, so it's okay. Oh, sorry. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome in Bhaktivedanta Manor temple. So we just had beautiful kirtans going on, and now we'll have Bhagavad Gita class. So we will read from Bhagavad Gita as it is. So first, usually before we read Bhagavad Gita, before we give a class in Bhagavad Gita, then we sing the bhajan, Jaya Radha Madhava. Do you know this bhajan, Jaya Radha Madhava? No? Little bit. Yeah. I am, yeah, it's okay. Okay. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradari Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Everyone please. Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. So we just recite some glorification prayers to glorify the previous acharyas. So whenever I say ki, you can say jai. If your body allows, then please you can bow down. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Ashtotarshati Shimat His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Jayam Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parivrajacharya Ashtotarasya Shishimad, His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki, Namacharya Shila Haridas Thakur ki, Prem se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki, Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki, Vrindavan Dham ki, Mayapur Dham ki, Jagannath Kshetra Dham ki, Ganga Mai ki, Yamuna Mai ki, Tulsi Maharani ki, Harinam Sankirtan Yagya ki, Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda ki, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna, all glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutala Srimati Bhakti Charoswami Namo Sankirtan Supranita Bhakti Charoswami Prabhupada Gita Pranam Bhakti Charopadam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutala Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswata Deva Gaura Vani Pracharina Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatiyade Shatarine. Okay, so today we are reading from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, and text 20, which is here on the screen and there as well, wherever you feel like looking. So before we start, we say the prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So before I start, I just want to express my gratitude for this opportunity to read from Bhagavad Gita and glorify Lord Krishna. And I ask your blessings so that I can speak according to the Shastra and for your benefit and for my purification. So yes, I will read the Sanskrit first, and if you can try to repeat. I know it's not easy, but it's very good to recite Sanskrit, even if we don't know what it means, even if we can't do it properly. But it's very purifying sound, so it's very good for us. So we just try. Okay. Traividyamam samapaputa papa. Yajñarištva svargatim prartayante. Te punyam asadya surendra lokam. Ashnanti divyan divideva bogan. Traividyamam soma paputa papa. Yajñarištva svargatim prartayante. Tu punyam asadya surendra lokam. Ashnanti divyan divideva bogan. Really good. Who would like to try? Try, just try. Wants to try? Sorry? Okay, so we'll go word for word, translate word for word meaning. Word for word meaning, synonyms, yes. If you could repeat. Traividya, the knowers of the three Vedas. Mam, me. Somapa, drinkers of Soma juice. Puta, purified. Papa, of sins. Yajna, with sacrifices. Ishtva, worshipping. Svagatim, passage to heaven. Prartayante, pray for. Te, they. Punyam, pious. Asadya, attaining. Sura Indra, of Indra. Lokam, the world. Ashnanti, enjoy. Divyan, celestial. Divi, in heaven. Deva Bhogan, the pleasures of the gods. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Those who study the Vedas and drink the Soma juice, seeking the heavenly planets, worship me indirectly. Purified of sinful reactions, they take birth on the pious heavenly planet of Indra, where they enjoy godly delights. Purport. The word Trividya refers to the three Vedas, Sama, Yajur, and Rig. A Brahmana who has studied these three Vedas is called a Trivedi. Anyone who is very much attached to knowledge derived from these three Vedas is respected in society. Unfortunately, there are many great scholars of the Vedas who do not know the ultimate purport of studying them. Therefore, Krishna herein declares himself to be the ultimate goal for the Trivedis. Actual Trivedis take shelter under the lotus feet of Krishna and engage in pure devotional service to satisfy the Lord. Devotional service begins with the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra and side by side trying to understand Krishna in truth. Unfortunately, those who are simply official students of the Vedas become more interested in offering sacrifices to the different demigods like Indra and Chandra. By such endeavors, the worshippers of different demigods are certainly purified of the contamination of the lower qualities of nature and are thereby elevated to the higher planetary systems or heavenly planets known as Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, etc. Once situated on those higher planetary systems, one can satisfy his senses hundreds of thousands of times, better than on this planet. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruvei Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So, one more time the translation. Those who study the Vedas and drink the Soma juice, seeking the heavenly planets, worship me indirectly. Purified of sinful reactions, they take birth on the pious heavenly planets of Indra, where they enjoy godly delights. So this chapter is entitled "The Most Confidential Knowledge." So this is the middle of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita has 18 chapters, and this is the 9th chapter. So it's like the middle of the sandwich. Is the best, right? Without, if you just have two buns, dry buns, it's not going to be very palatable sandwich. But if you have something inside, this is what makes it palatable. So of course Bhagavad Gita is all very palatable, but the middle of Bhagavad Gita, the most confidential knowledge, is the essence. So here Krishna says about those who study the Vedas and drink the Soma juice, seeking the heavenly planets. Have you ever heard about what it is, Soma juice? And have you heard about intoxication? Yeah, in this world it's quite a popular thing, intoxication. And Soma juice actually is also a sort of intoxicant that used to be available on this planet, but that was a long time ago, before Kali Yuga took place and many auspicious things in this world that the earth is not giving us anymore, so many auspicious things that it used to give. Before the earth was, the earth is personality. We say Mother Earth or Mother Bhumi, and she is personality. And she, when she's pleased, she gives. And she is pleased when we worship Krishna. When we, in this age, how do we worship Krishna? Do you know? What is the process of worshipping Krishna? Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So in previous ages, the people were very much more pious than in this age of Kali Yuga, which is now present. In the previous ages, because people were very godly, very pious, and the earth was reciprocating and giving many wonderful things. It is still giving us a lot in spite of us not being so pious, but it used to be much more. And one of those things was Soma juice, which was allowing the person who would drink it would have would be purified of sinful activities, and that would allow, if one is purified of sinful activities, one can then be promoted to higher planets, like it is mentioned here, heavenly planets. So this is what this verse describes. Someone like that, someone who drinks the Soma juice to be purified of sinful reactions and be promoted to heavenly planets. And also it is said that those people, they study the Vedas. Veda, what do you know what Veda means, this word? Veda? Knowledge, yes. Veda means knowledge. And in the Vedas, there is knowledge about spiritual world and material world. So everything is there in the Vedas. The Vedas are the source of all knowledge. And such people, they seek the heavenly planets. And Krishna says, if someone does it, if they are studying the Vedas and they drink Soma juice, they want to be elevated to heavenly planets. This is, Krishna says, they worship me indirectly. So why Krishna says that this is indirect worship? Indirect means it's not there must be direct. If there is indirect, there must be direct. So let's first try to understand this indirect, what it means. Why is it indirect? Because Krishna says in 15th chapter that he's the source of all the Vedas. He's the source of the Vedas. He's the compiler of the Vedas. He says, Sarvasya chaham hridisani vishto, matas mitirgyanam apohanam cha. And then he says, Vedanta Krit, Vedanta Vid. So Vedanta Krit means I am the compiler of the Vedas. And that means that all the Vedas come from Krishna. So if someone is studying the Vedas, even if it's for some material purpose, it is still worshipping Krishna, but it's indirect way of worshipping Krishna. And why is it indirect? Because Krishna wants us to, through the Vedas, he wants us to come closer to him. He wants actually us to understand him and to develop love for him. And he gave us a choice that if we are not ready to worship him directly, then we can worship him indirectly by worshipping demigods. Worshipping demigods is indirectly worshipping Krishna. Sometimes we use this analogy of the company. When you in the company you have a CEO, there is a boss in the company, and under him there are many different managers of different departments. So Krishna is the CEO, he is the boss. And under him there are many different managers of different departments, managing different departments. There is rain department governed by Indra, sun and heat department governed by sun god Surya, and like this there are different departments. So if we want to get some material benefit, we want to have good material life, we can go to these different demigods and ask them and do specific rituals which are described in the Vedas, and they will give it to us. But if we go straight to the boss, then do you think we have to go to the lower departments? No, we don't have to go anymore. If we go straight to the boss and make a very good relationship with the boss, who is Krishna, then we won't need to worship separately different demigods. Whatever we need will be given to us. So that's why worshipping demigods is considered to be indirect. But if someone cannot surrender to Krishna directly, that is also the way to become slowly purified. Then Krishna says here that if someone is purified by the demigod worship, they are purified from sinful reactions, they take birth on the pious heavenly planet of Indra, where they enjoy godly delights. So heavenly planets is a place where you can enjoy a lot of material pleasure. But the problem is that it's just like going on holiday. When you go on holiday, you have some amount of money to spend, right? So you go on holiday and you have some money with you, and you're having a great time. You're spending your money, and you're really enjoying yourself. But when your money is over, you have to come back, and you have to go to work, and again work, and then again spend, and then come back to work. So with the heavenly planets, that's how it works. That by gaining a lot of pious credit, that gives us enough gain to go to heavenly planets. But then, at some points, we will run out of that pious credit, and we will have to come back again here in this material world and again go through so many hardships and struggles. So that's the problem with the demigod worship. So let's see what Krishna says, what Srila Prabhupada says in the purport. So he says the word Trividya refers to the three Vedas, Sama, Yajur and Rig. A Brahmana who has studied these three Vedas is called a Trivedi. Anyone who is very much attached to knowledge derived from these three Vedas is respected in society. Unfortunately, there are many great scholars of the Vedas who do not know the ultimate purport of studying them. So, Srila Prabhupada says here that, yes, it's great to know the Vedas, it's great to know how to live, how to keep your body healthy, how to be materially happy. But this is not enough. We have to understand what is the purpose of the Vedas, why these Vedas were given to us. Therefore, Krishna declares herein himself to be the ultimate goal of the Trivedis. So Krishna says, I am the ultimate goal of studying the Vedas. I am the compiler of the Vedas. I am the one who is meant to be known by the Vedas. Actual Trivedis take shelter under the lotus feet of Krishna and engage in pure devotional service to satisfy the Lord. So that's what really Krishna wants. Like we said, if someone is studying the Vedas and doing things like it is described there in the Vedas, this is also in a way coming closer to Krishna, because Krishna gave us the Vedas. So we are following his instructions. But if we are doing it for the purpose of getting material benefit, this will not lead us to the ultimate goal. Like it is said here that what is really pleasing for Krishna is when we understand that the goal of life is to take to devotional service and to really worship him in this way. And this is direct worship. So he says that the actual Trivedis, they take shelter under the lotus feet of Krishna and engage in pure devotional service to the Lord. And devotional service begins with the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra and side by side trying to understand Krishna in truth. So this is the process, hearing and chanting. That's how Srila Prabhupada explains to us that devotional service starts with chanting. So does everyone know the Maha Mantra? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is such a simple practice, that anyone and everyone can do at home. If you even start from chanting one round on the beats every day, or you can just allocate the time in your day when you sit down with your family and you just do a little kirtan, like we do in the temple, you will see how happy you will feel. And this is such a powerful process. It is said, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Eva Kevalam, Kalo Nashteva, Eva Gatir Anyataha. So it says that in this age of Kali, there is no other way. Kalo Nashteva. It's repeated 3 times, so it means that there is really no other way but chanting the Maha Mantra. Of course, there are many different processes of purifying ourselves and coming closer to God, but it just takes so long. But chanting is very powerful, and very quickly we can make progress in spiritual life. Just, it's so simple. Just sit down and chant and hear. It's that simple, really. So we don't really have to undergo any severe austerities. We don't have to change our life. We don't have to give up our work or family or studies. All we have to do is just add this chanting to our life and make the commitment that, okay, every day I'm going to chant 1 round, or 10 minutes we'll do kirtan in my family, with my family. And this is, we can say that there is ABCD of devotional service, because here Srila Prabhupada says that what Krishna really wants us to do is to take to devotional service. So we have ABCD. A stands for association. So we really need to be around those who are also inclined to chanting, to reading. We need to be together. We need to inspire each other to chant. Because especially we are all beginners, and we need that encouragement and support from each other. So association is very important. So coming regularly to the temple. And then B stands for books. Yes. So Srila Prabhupada, he spent so much time translating those books. This Bhagavad Gita as it is, even if you keep it at home, it has such a potency. I personally remember that I got Bhagavad Gita. I was studying at that time, and I I was writing my final paper, and I was translating the speeches of one mystic, impersonalist. His name is Krishnamurti, and I just saw this book somewhere, and I thought, oh, maybe it will be useful for me in my studies, in my final paper, and I just bought it, and it was staying in my shelf for a long time. I didn't even have a look at it, and when I was trying to open it and read, I couldn't understand anything. But then when I met devotees and I started to chant and I started to hear, then suddenly I was able to also read Bhagavad Gita. So it's very mystical process how Bhagavad Gita will reveal itself to us if we take to that process sincerely, if we sincerely have desire to understand Krishna. Because that's what Srila Prabhupada says here, that we need to chant and then try to understand Krishna in truth. And these two go together. From my own experience, I really felt that before I started chanting, I couldn't understand Bhagavad Gita. Shri Radha Gokulananda ki, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Shri Gaura Nitai ki, Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. I still feel that many things I can't understand. It's definitely a long way to go to understand, but at least I feel I got some access to it, and Krishna is revealing himself to me through the pages of Bhagavad Gita. So these two things have to come together, the chanting, because by chanting we purify our mind, we prepare our consciousness. And what do you think is the most important when you chant? To hear, yes. So what are the requirements to hear properly? You have to concentrate, yes. So can you chant and watch TV? No? No. No, you can't, yes. Or can you chant and message your friends on the phone? No. Yes, that's the very important thing. You know, we every morning we recite some offenses to the holy name. And it's actually, dangerous for us to not to be attentive whilst chanting. It will not allow us to make progress. And it's just like when you speak to someone, and someone is there for you and speaking to you or giving you their association, but you during that time, all the time you're answering phone calls or you're browsing the internet. So how will that person feel? Do you think they will feel like opening up to you? No, because they will feel, oh, this person is not really interested in me. So in the same way, chanting mantra is like having Krishna's presence, having this opportunity to have Krishna's association. But whether he will come or not depends on how attentive we are, and how much we want to just focus on him. Of course, it's not easy because the mind is like a monkey, right? Jumping here, jumping there. So it takes time to train the mind. But the only thing we have to do is keep trying. That's it. If we keep trying, then we're not offensive. If we just, okay, my mind is going, but again, bring it back. And this, Krishna sees that we are really trying so hard, and he's happy with us. He is happy that we are trying. So that's all we have to do, is to try to chant sincerely and to try to read Bhagavad Gita. especially if we read together, this is very pleasing for Krishna. And Krishna says that at the end of Bhagavad Gita, that those who study this sacred conversation, they worship me with their intelligence. So this is also worship. By reading Bhagavad Gita, we are worshipping Krishna. See, there are so many different ways of worshipping Krishna. And this is one of the ways to study Bhagavad Gita, and to especially, because sometimes when we read, when comes in, comes out. But if we discuss, maybe we can take a little note. In this verse, I read one verse, and what I liked about this verse, or how it relates to me. And we can share with our friend or family member and ask what they think about it. And this is very, very nourishing and pleasing, and it really helps us. Bhagavad Gita is very practical, and there's so many things that we need in our life, the guidance, and it gives us strength. It gives us strength to go through everyday struggles, because we all go through many different struggles in our lives. And Bhagavad Gita and the Maha Mantra, they really help us to create like a shield, so that we can take all the attacks that every day come on our way. So this is the main thing. A, B, we said, then C is chanting, we mentioned chanting, and D is diet. Yeah, so diet is very important. Yes, diet is very important, because Krishna says everything comes from him and everything belongs to him. So that's why before we eat, we actually should offer it back to him. And if we do that, then whatever we eat becomes prasadam, becomes mercy. Prasadam means mercy. So just by eating, even our eating becomes spiritual process then. And we can do it in a very simple way. Just cook something vegetarian, because Krishna only accepts vegetarian preparations. And just have a little plate for Krishna, and have a little picture of Krishna and Srila Prabhupada, and just chant Maha Mantra 3 times and ask Krishna to accept your humble offering. And after some time, after a few minutes, you can take it and say prayer of gratitude. And in this way, we are spiritualizing all aspects of our life in a very simple way. So Krishna consciousness is very simple. It's just about coming back to normal, coming back to our natural position, which is the servant of God, the lover of God. So here Srila Prabhupada also says that unfortunately those who are simply official students of the Vedas become more interested in offering sacrifices to the different demigods like Indra and Chandra. By such endeavors, the worshippers of different demigods are certainly purified of the contamination of the lower qualities of material nature, and are thereby elevated to the higher planetary systems or heavenly planets known as Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka. Once situated on those higher planetary systems, one can satisfy his senses hundreds of thousands of times better than on this planet. So certainly there is a lot of enjoyment in the heavenly planets. But the thing is, have you ever had that experience that you really wanted something, you really wanted something material, and when you got it, how long did this happiness, how long did it last? Not too long, right? Yeah, and then because it doesn't last too long, and because we want to be happy, right? Everyone wants to be happy. So then we think, okay, this one didn't make me happy, but let me try another one. So maybe this time I will be happy. But again, it's just such a temporary happiness, and so it's so flickering. you almost got it, but then it just ran away. We think that, okay, this time I will get it, but no, again, it ran away from me, that happiness. So this is actually illusion. We think that it will make me happy. This is the illusion. This is called Maya, illusion. Thinking that by enjoying my material senses, I will be happy. But it's compared to the mirage in a desert. When we are in the desert, we are so thirsty, and we think that there is water, so we run, and then no water. Or we can also say that it's just like when you're in the desert and you're really thirsty, and someone gives you just like a drop of water. Oh my God, it's frustrating, right? This is what happiness in this material world is. That just when you really, really need the water, and then just few drops come. And that's why frustration comes, because why? Why can I not be happy? I'm meant to be happy. We are meant to be happy because by nature we are happy. We are, as a soul, we are Satchitananda, full of knowledge, full of bliss, and eternal. So it is unnatural for us to be unhappy. It's unnatural for us to die, because the soul never dies. It's only the body that dies. And it's unnatural for us to not to remember God and not to remember our real identity as the soul. And that's why we feel, sometimes we feel that I don't belong here, I'm not part of it, because we are not part of it. We are not part of this material world, and our real identity is the soul, and our real place is the spiritual world. And the situation we are in now is just very unnatural. It's like fish out of water. No matter how well you treat the fish, if you put the fish out of water, no matter if you give the fish all sorts of facilities, the golden throne and all sorts of food stuff, but the fish won't be satisfied, because the natural surrounding of the fish is water. So unless the fish comes back to water, it cannot be satisfied, it cannot be happy. And similarly for us, no matter how many material facilities we have here, and no matter how successful we are materially, we can't be happy. And we have so many examples of very successful people, very rich people, and how do they end up? They can't sleep at night because they have so much anxiety. What if I lose that money that I have? And so many of them commit suicide. So many of them have such tragic stories, because it's the more you have, actually, the more you realize that, oh my God, I'm still not happy. So how frustrating is that, right? It's really frustrating. But we are so fortunate, all of us here, that by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we got the alternative. We actually got the recipe how to be happy. Yeah, and this is so amazing that we got it, and we have everything. He had given us everything, really, the path to happiness, the path to satisfaction, the path to liberation, ultimate liberation, which is not just being free from material suffering, but also being situated in your original situation, which is the servant of God. And all we have to do is just to take those teachings seriously, to realize that, wow, this is my opportunity. I got this human form of life, and now it's my opportunity to utilize it. You know, there are 8,400,000 species of life, and only 400,000 is human beings. 400,000 species of human beings, different civilizations in that sense. And so it's very rare. Actually, it's very rare to get a human form of life. So because we got it, it's a waste if we just spend it by enjoying our senses and thinking, oh, this is you only live once, so let me just enjoy my life as much as I can. No, it's not like that. We've been here many, many lifetimes in many different species. Probably we don't even want to remember, and we luckily don't remember what kind of species we were in, but finally we got this human form of life. It's so precious. It's so precious because, for example, animals, they cannot chant, they cannot read, they cannot come to the temple, at least not to the temple room. They're not supposed to, but sometimes insects come. But see, we have such amazing opportunity. And if we take it seriously, then we can perfect our lives. And by following this process, not only we will perfect our lives, and we will not have to come back here to this material world, but also we will just have very beautiful life, very happy life, very satisfying life, full of mercy, full of enjoyment, but enjoyment which is enjoying with Krishna, together with Krishna. And that's why feeling satisfied, because Krishna is called Rishikesh, which means he is the master of the senses. So the real way to be satisfied is by satisfying Krishna's senses. And like we said, the best way is just to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is very simple, and we all can take it really to our hearts and try. Just try and see what happens for you. Do an experiment, because Krishna consciousness is very scientific. See, just like in science, you have some thesis, for example. You have some thesis, and in order to prove it, you need to do experiment, and then you have the result, and either your thesis is confirmed or not. So in the same way, with Krishna consciousness, you can put this thesis that God exists and He loves me, and then you have to now do the experiment. So how do you do experiment? You chant, you read, you come to the temple, and see how your life changes. And then you will judge for yourself. You don't have to listen to me, you don't have to listen to anyone, but you just do it for yourself. You experience it. And then nobody needs to convince you, because you will see for yourself how your life changes, how you become more peaceful, more happy, more satisfied. You will know what happened in your life. So this is nothing, it's not about blind faith, but it's really about developing your faith by your own experience. So that's what Krishna wants us to do. He just wants us to try it out. And that's what Srila Prabhupada gave us this opportunity to really experience what this Krishna consciousness is all about. So I hope that it's helpful for you. And are there any questions, or anyone would like to share, make a comment, anything you would like to say? If not, then we can do a short kirtan. That will be our practice. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Everyone, please. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone, please loudly. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone with your heart. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, sing, sing, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda ki jai, Sitaram Lakshmana Hanuman ki jai, Shri Shri Gaura Nitai ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. So we request everyone to stand up, please, and prepare for Arati. I would like to, but I can do tomorrow if it's Jayo, Jayo Gaura Chandar, Arati Koshobha.